Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Reyna. I'm 26 years old and I am a first-time mom. I have a 4-month-old daughter and she's actually my rainbow baby, so that's really fun and exciting. So today I decided that I was going to do the new mom tag. I just thought this would be a good idea because I'm a new mom. And I think this would be fun. And so I just Googled it. I just pulled one up. And if you guys are interested, I can put the questions down in the description for you guys. So I wrote everything down, so if I'm looking down, that's what I'm looking at. Also, if you hear anything, it's my daughter. She is right beside me right now, playing with some toys. She just ate, so she should be pretty content. So let's get this started. The first question is, what is your favorite mom hack? Considering my daughter just turned 4 months, I don't know if I've really discovered too many mom hacks yet. I would say probably one of my favorite ones right now is how to get like a sleeper onesie footy pajama on without picking her back up. Because sometimes if she's in this mood and you like change her and then you pick her up and put her back down on the onesie to put it back on, she freaks out. So I've figured out if I like button up just to the waist, like get the footies buttoned up and then slide it over her feet, kind of hold the feet, lift her bum up like you're doing a diaper, and then slide the rest out underneath, then I don't actually have to full on pick her up and she's fine. So I don't know if that's really a hack. It's just something that I figured out that works really well. Number 2, most embarrassing mom moment. I don't think I've honestly had any embarrassing mom moments. I haven't been momming very long, so as of right now, I'm trying to think back. I don't think there's been an embarrassing mom moment yet. So far so good. Knock on wood. Number 3, favorite part of your day. I think I'm gonna go with mornings. Generally mornings, because usually when she first wakes up, you know, we feed her, we hang out in the morning. She's usually super happy. There hasn't been many times where she's woken up in a bad mood. So I would say probably mornings. And I like how quiet and peaceful it is, and nobody really expects much of you in the morning. I can just spend time with her and hang out with her. Yeah. Yes. Is that your crinkly book? She's got like those little crinkly books. She really is into that right now. And a bear that makes noise, like a little rattly bear. Number 4, your least favorite part of the day. I would say late afternoon. Usually between about 4 and 6, there's like a witching hour, and she has stuck pretty true to that since about, I would say she was 2 months old. So the last 2 months, she's definitely had a witching hour. And I think that's the worst part of the day, because usually she's a lot crabbier, she's harder to console, and she's just tired, but she doesn't, like, she kind of wants to go to sleep for the night, but it's not time to go to sleep, and she kind of wants to be awake, so it's just like a fussy time. So I would say between 4 and 6 p.m. is usually the hardest time, in my opinion, with us anyway. Number 5, worst things somebody said to you while you were pregnant. Again, I feel like I got pretty lucky. I didn't really deal with too much rudeness. I would say, hi, thank you for the smiles. I would say for me, probably the worst thing somebody said is a family member on my husband's side commented when I was freshly pregnant. Like, I was only like 2 months pregnant. I was literally like 9 weeks pregnant, I think. And this family member said, oh wow, looks like you've really gained weight. And that was pretty much it. I've had the odd person, actually now that I think about it, when I was hugely pregnant, when I was about, somewhere between 30 and 36 weeks, I would think. I went boating with my family. So obviously I was in a bathing suit. And I think somebody commented, I got really bad stretch marks and I was really big. And I think the person commented and said something along the lines of, oh, that baby really got you, really messed you up, huh? Something like that. And I was like, thanks, because that's what I want to hear. Thank you very much. And, you know, I don't think of it as being messed up. Like, anyway, so maybe those are the worst of the comments that I got. Um, Number 6, baby names that you did not agree on. We had a really hard time choosing her name because when we were pregnant the first time, and if you guys don't know about that, I did an update on here that's called Sad Update that kind of explains what happened, is we lost our first baby. She was stillborn at 22 weeks, and we knew her name from the moment I was pregnant with that first pregnancy. And so that was always our girl names. We had our girl name and our boy name picked out. And her name was Mariana. If you guys didn't know, you can get that information in that video. And so that was always our girl name. And so when we found out we were pregnant again and we found out it was a girl, we were both like, oh no, what do we name a girl? Like, we used our perfect girl name. So we did struggle to pick another girl's name. It took a really long time. I don't think we knew what her name was until I was probably closer to like 25 weeks or so. It took a while, but I don't know if there wasn't anything like, there was just no contenders. Like, we were going through lists and lists and lists, and like, we didn't like anything. So it wasn't like there wasn't anything we didn't agree on. There just was nothing that we liked, basically. And her name was the only name we agreed on. We ended up naming our daughter Freya. And that was the only name we agreed on. So it worked out, I guess. Other names that you number 7, sorry. Other names that you considered for baby. There was only one other name that was on the list with Freya, and that was one that my husband found that he really liked. And I liked this name for sure, but I just knew it wasn't her name. But it was on the list because we were having a lot of troubles picking a name, but it was Odessa. And it's a nice name. It's a very nice name. I just knew that it wasn't her name, but that was literally the only other name that was on the list with her name, Freya. So I guess Odessa would be it. Number 8, do you co-sleep? Like full on at night sleeping, do we co-sleep? No. She sleeps in a bassinet beside our bed, and that has worked out great for us. I get a great sleep. I feel like she gets a great sleep. We're both comfortable. My husband's comfortable. I just think for us, that was the best option. That's always what I wanted to do from the beginning. I didn't feel comfortable co-sleeping with her when she was newborn anyway. I don't know how people do it. Like, if that's what works for you, that's what works for you. But it made me nervous. So we didn't do that. When she got a little bit bigger, I want to say maybe around like 2 months old, I started doing some co-sleeping like for naps so that I could also get a nap in and get snuggles. So I started doing that when she was a little bit bigger, and that has been nice. We still do that on occasion. And then if she wakes up really early, like my alarm goes off at 5:45 every morning. So if she wakes up to nurse in the middle of the night, like she has been lately at 4 a.m., I'll feed her, and then she'll burp and then like pass out again. So I will co-sleep with her for that last hour before my alarm goes off, because if I swaddle her back up, by the time I get her back to sleep, like my alarm goes off in 20 minutes and wakes us all up anyway. So if I just immediately co-sleep with her after she's done feeding and burping, I get about another hour or 45 minutes. And so that's just what's been working for us. And now that she's a little bit bigger, it makes me less nervous as well. Okay, number 9, something you bought and never used. What is something we bought and never used, Freya? What is it? Tell me. Oh, I've bought a bunch of bottles, never used them at this point. She's only 4 months old, but I've never used the bottles that we bought. That's something we didn't really use. We also haven't really been using our stroller much, because I've been putting her in her Tula. Is it a Tula that I have? Yeah, it's a Tula carrier. So that's what I've been using. So as of right now, we've used the stroller, I think, twice. We've used the stroller twice, but bottles is probably the one thing that I bought that I've never used. Oh, and there's one sleep sack. I bought one sleep sack, and I've never used it because she likes to be swaddled. And the sleep sack has her arms out, and I feel like her hands get cold because it's winter here in Canada. And anyways, I just worry about her being cold, so I've never used it. Number 10, 3 hospital bag must-haves. What did I use in the hospital that was a big deal? Comfy clothes. Definitely pack comfy clothes. For both my births, I brought pajama pants, and that's what I lived in at the hospital. When I had her, it was August, so it was hot, super hot where I live. It was like 35 degrees, 34 degrees when she was born. And I labored in a dress. So if you're having a summer baby, maybe try that. I labored in a dress, so I didn't wear the gown until I got to the hospital. But I can do a whole hospital labor and delivery video and explain that more. But I labored in a dress, and I like that because I could be fully clothed. It was easy to nurse when she was born if I wanted to. And it was easy for them to examine me and still be wearing clothes and not be like in a gown. But pajama pants, sweats, comfy clothes for sure. So that would, yeah, just comfy clothes. So that would be, I guess, one item. Oh, Tux pads. Tux pads for postpartum. I had to stay in the hospital 24 hours and Tux pads were absolutely amazing. So I would definitely recommend them. Tux pads, yes. What else would I recommend, Freya? Swaddle blankets. They do give you some blankies to use in the hospital, but they're not like super stretchy and breathable like my swaddle blankets are. And she loved to be swaddled, so I would maybe suggest bringing one of your own because it made her have a better night's sleep that first night. So yeah, those are my 3 items. 11, are you a routine mom or a go with the flow mom? I'm a go with the flow mom. I basically let my baby kind of tell me what she needs and when she needs it, while she's little anyway. I definitely plan on incorporating a lot more routine the older she gets. Like now we've been working on nap times, so she gets more scheduled nap times because her mood is really affected when she doesn't get enough sleep. So right now, and since she's been born, I've been just like a go with the flow mom because that's what worked for us. And she's breastfed, so it's like I feed her when she wants to eat and I would let her sleep when she wants to sleep. We don't have a schedule for that or anything. Number 12, how long was your labor and did you have pain relief? My labor was pretty much 24 hours exactly. My labor started at 5 a.m. on the 25th of August and ended at when she was born at 5:25 a.m. the next day on the 26th. So pretty much 24 hours exactly. And I did end up having pain relief. I went to about 8 centimeters. I had some stuff go on and some complications, which, like I said, I can do in a separate video. But when I got to the hospital at 8 centimeters, I ended up doing, I had laughing gas or the gas, whatever they call that, gas and air. I don't know what they call it. I ended up doing that until I could get an epidural, and then I got an epidural, which I didn't want to get, but because of the circumstances, which I can't explain in a video, I ended up getting one, and I don't regret it, and I wouldn't do anything different. And yeah, so that's what we did. 13. Have you ever been mom shamed? Mom shamed. I don't believe I have. I've had people tell me like, I don't think you'll be able to breastfeed as long as you want to. It's harder than you think. You need to do this or you should be doing that. I don't know if that's shaming per se. It's just like, you know how people, like when you have a baby, everybody wants to tell you how to do things or give you advice. And it's not always wanted. But I wouldn't say I've been shamed. No, I haven't been shamed. No, I haven't. Number 14, biggest challenge since becoming a mom. Biggest challenge, I would say, finding time to do things with my husband that aren't like baby related. And I think that's normal, and I think that will get better over time, right? So I would say that one has been quite the challenge. I'm fine with sleep deprivation. Some of the pain associated since I've had her, I've had some pelvic floor stuff where I have some pain. I have also had extreme back pain since I had my epidural, which I will talk about in a birth video if I do one. And that has been quite the challenge because it's like when you're in pain all the time, it's really hard to like carry a baby and rock her for hours or, you know, breastfeed in that position sometimes can be really painful. So I've had some pain and that's been a challenge. I think that's been it for me. I've been lucky, honestly. Number, what are we at? 15, best advice you've been given. I think for me, one of my favorite pieces of advice that I got was from my mom. She told me that, you know, when people start throwing advice at you and start throwing opinions and things at you, sometimes it can be really hard to deal with. In your head, you're like, you know, what do I say? What do I do? How do I respond? How do I deal with that, right? She's teething, so she's like getting mad at her toy while chewing on it. My mom told me, she said, you know your baby best. You guys do what's right for you. And she also told me, like, let your baby tell you what she needs and what works for you guys. And just trust yourself and trust your baby. And that has been the best piece of advice for us. And I've really taken that to heart. I appreciate when people give me advice and try and help, but I trust myself as a mom, and I trust that my baby tells me what she needs. And that's worked amazing for us. And so that's been really great advice. And the last question, number 16, what advice would you give a new mom? Probably what my mom told me. Trust yourself, trust your baby. I would say, you know, just whatever you think is best is going to be best for you guys. Another piece of advice I would have is, if you need help, ask for it. Because sometimes you do need help and you do need support. And if you have it and you're comfortable asking for it, or you're comfortable, you know, accepting it from certain people, definitely do it. Another piece of advice that I would have is, trust your mom gut, like your instincts. If something isn't right or doesn't feel right, go with that. And yeah, I think honestly that would probably be my advice. Yeah, just do what works for you. Trust yourself, trust your instincts, and enjoy yourself. Enjoy your baby. They're only small for so long and they grow really fast. So yeah, so that is the new mom tag, guys. I thought that this was really interesting and really fun. I'm excited to see what other people say in their new mom tags. I'm going to YouTube it and see what I can find, because like I said, I pulled this off of Google. It was my own idea. I didn't see a video on it or anything, so I'm gonna go do some research and see what some other people are saying, because I think it's interesting. So if you enjoyed this video, guys, please give me a thumbs up. Yes, give us a thumbs up. It'll make Freya stop crying. Just kidding, she's teething. And if you'd like to see more videos, please give me some comments and some ideas, and I'll keep up with the videos as much as I can. So thank you guys very much for watching, and have a great day.